Hey, Nick Langworthy. I just sat in on your town hall, the one where a constituent made very clear to you that their vote was going to be dependent on your answer to whether or not you would have an in-person town hall in the next 6 months. And you said, fuck your vote. I don't give a shit who you vote for. I'm not having an in-person town hall. I'm too cowardly to face my constituents in person. Anyways, the BS excuse you gave was doing a telephone town hall allowed more people to be there. Psst, you can do both. Anyways, I wanted to amplify your voice and make sure everyone hears the bullshit you were spewing for an hour. I'll start with the first part because I don't have that on tape. I didn't realize you were going to be so disgusting that I would have to record it. But when I first tuned in, you were talking about how all of the peaceful protesters in Minnesota were paid agitators. You also said that the majority of ICE has left Minnesota. So those of y'all in Minnesota, you should give Nick Langworthy a call and let him know whether or not you see ICE around. He seems a little confused. Anyways, then you went on to say this.
I don't think that most of the people out there are professional agitators.
I did not say that most people are agitators. Yeah. I said there is professional agitation. It's very publicized and documented. I believe one of the people that lost their life was doing this professionally. And
to be clear, you said that either Alex Preddy or Renee Good were paid agitators. And this, by the way, was right after, I didn't get this part on tape, but right after you implied that these paid agitators are the ones who caused the violence.
I think there should be full transparency in the Epstein matter. The documents are continuing to be released. I mean, there are members
Absolutely. There's actually a number of congressmen tonight in the Department of Justice's reading room reading the unredacted Epstein files. So
I spoke to Thomas Massey in the cloakroom last night, who had just returned from the Justice Department, and asked him what he saw.
Why hadn't you just returned from the Justice Department, Nick? Because you're on House Oversight Committee, and House Oversight Committee got first access to the files. Here's your Republican colleague, Anna Paulina Luna, telling us that every member of the House Oversight Committee has looked at the files.
Are you able to see the DOJ unredacted versions?
I'm going to be going tomorrow. There's I think every member of Oversight has gone through so far, or is going to be going through so far. So yes.
And tomorrow will be your first time?
No, my second.
Okay.
So you either willingly are doing this so you don't have to see, or you went and you're lying. But either way, the fact that you have either voluntarily not seen the files or that you're lying about seeing them is going to become even more insane the further we move along in this town hall.
That the President of the United States is involved in.
I do not believe that to be true. And Thomas
I do. And if you read the Epstein files, sir, respectfully, this is serious.
Call him out. Call him out.
Is being credibly accused of child trafficking, accessory to. This is serious. There are 9 countries that have opened independent investigations into what's going on. This is very serious.
Can I just say something? I spoke to Thomas Massey, as I told you. You told me you respect him. He said, I never thought Donald Trump's in the middle of this, and he's not.
Thomas Massey, balls in your court. Is Nick Langworthy lying to save his own ass, or did you say affirmatively that Trump is innocent? Mr. Langworthy's claiming you said Mr. Trump is innocent, so I'd love to hear it from you.
That is not true. That is not true.
This is a conversation in first person that I hit.
Donald Trump's name is mentioned in the unredacted files allegedly 1 million times.
Then you'll see it when they all get released.
Again, Nick, you can see it right now. And the fact that you're pretending you haven't, or willingly choosing not to, makes me not give a shit what your opinion is on Trump. But it won't stop you from hanging up on your constituent in just a moment.
And they're all in the process of being...
He is a child molester.
Shout out to this guy.
I am not going to allow you to talk like that. That's absolutely ridiculous.
This is Nick Langworthy's town hall.
Allegations like that against the President of the United States that are
Biden, he deported 380,000 people. And there weren't none of these pepper balls spraying people or just going in and taking people from their hearings. Or schools can't believe that this is being tolerated. And as far as ICE, to me, they have no accountability.
As I said in my opening, I think body cams would make sense. Biden's deportations That was a different era before social media was as prevalent. You didn't have everyone running around with a camera filming everything. I don't know that that was all peaceful and happy.
Yep, you heard that right. He's making the claim that deportations were just as violent under Biden, but social media 1 year ago was not where it is today, and so we couldn't see it. That's the claim he just made.
They're just not effective. Shouldn't somebody be saying, look, we need to tone this down and find a better authority?
I believe that's exactly what Tom Homan went up and took care of in the state of Minnesota.
Y'all, if you've heard of anyone on the floor, on the ground in Minnesota, they have said it's just as bad, if not worse now.
Are
FYI.
That are intentionally trying to interfere with ISIS work.
Here he goes again.
When there's large scale deployment,
Agitators,
large scale agitation in the public at large up there. The protester class is fully engaged. There's definitely organized activity.
The protester class?
As to how to
the protester class?
I mean, these are all things that didn't.
Yep, you heard that right too. The protester class. By that he means the American people practicing their First Amendment right. He means the poors. He means the people that aren't part of the predator class that he's a part of. The people who protect pedophiles, who refuse to look at the files that they have access to while hanging up on, I think it was 3 constituents he made get off the phone for daring to say Trump is obviously a fucking pedophile. The protester class.
Yes, sir.
Not to go off subject, but Donald J. Trump is a pedophile. And it's proven time and time again.
That is, but you just made that up, and unfortunately, we're going to have to let you go.
No, this is live.
This is just absurd that someone would make some sort of, allegation like that.
So anyways, Nick, the oldest 44-year-old looking ass I've ever seen, f*** you. You are a protector of pets, you are an enemy of the Constitution, and you have 1 more year at your job. I'm going to link his competitors in the description. F*** you, Nick.